Hi, this is Viv from Plugin Republic. In this video, we're going to look at setting quantity increments in WooCommerce. The default setting in WooCommerce allows users to change the quantity in steps of 1. But that doesn't work for all stores. You might want to only allow quantities in multiples of 2, 3, 5, 10, 100, and so on. In this video, we'll show you how you can do that. We'll also look at how you could display quantities in a drop-down field and how to add special plus-minus buttons to your quantity fields. Here's a typical WooCommerce product page with quantity field. The user can increase or decrease the quantity they want, either using the up-down arrows or by scrolling within the field or by clicking the up-down buttons. But the quantity can only change in steps of 1. If you want to change this step value, you need a plugin. The WooCommerce Minimum Maximum Order and Quantity plugin will allow you to set different quantity increments. Once you've installed and activated the plugin, you can go to the global settings at WooCommerce, Settings, Min-Max. You can see a number of settings that the plugin offers. We need this one, Quantity Increment. Just set it to whatever value you like, for example 5, and hit Save. Now our product quantities will only decrease and increase in steps of 5, so setting the increment there will update the quantity fields for all products. But what happens if you want to set different quantity increments for different products? To do that, go to WooCommerce, Min-Max Rules, and create a new rule. Here we can give our rule a name, specify what products it's going to apply to, for example specific products or products within specific categories, or even products with specific attributes. We can set different parameters, but again, we're interested in the quantity increment setting here. We can set this to 10, for example, and all the products in this rule would have their quantity field increase and decrease in steps of 10. We can see that happening here. What about if you want to set specific quantity increments for individual products or even for individual variations? You can do that. Just edit the product that you want to set a quantity increment rule for. You can see the quantity increment setting on the General tab here. This will only apply to this product. If you have a variable product, you can click into each variation and set the quantity increment differently per variation if you wish. Or they can just inherit the product level setting. So that's how to set quantity increments in WooCommerce. Let's quickly look at a couple of other enhancements we could apply. The standard quantity field in WooCommerce is a number field. Depending on your browser, you'll most probably see these little arrows inside the field. However, some users, particularly on mobile, may prefer larger buttons for updating the quantity. You can enable this with the Min-Max Quantity and Order plugin as well. Just go back to the global settings and click Enable Plus/Minus buttons. Save the changes, and you'll see that the quantity field now has larger plus and minus buttons. These also appear in the cart. Finally, what if you want to use a drop-down field for your quantity field instead of a number field? This would be especially useful if you want to set non-standard increments. For example, a product can be purchased in quantities of 1, 6, or 12, and that's all. You might even want to add some text to the quantities. You can do that by selecting the Display as drop-down checkbox, then adding values into the defined quantities field like this. Save the product, and you can see how that looks on the front end. So that's how to set different quantity increments in WooCommerce. You just need the WooCommerce Minimum Maximum Quantity and Order plugin. For more information, check out the Resources section on the Plugin Republic website, where you'll find dozens of tutorials and case studies. Thanks for watching, And make sure you hit the like and subscribe buttons.